the Void Spirit who can be aggressive too, some nice mobility. I'm just wondering how much Wind Ranger is actually going to contribute in this game. Because overall, I don't really see this hero played as support anymore. It's only really picked as like a counter pick in the mid lane if it's a really good game for it. So I'm wondering how much he's going to be able to make of it, and if he's going to be able to land some good shackles or not, and if he's actually going to do anything in the team fights.
I mean, it's sort of overall, do you think this game in comparison to game one, will it be easier for Little Pleb to carry this one on the Morphling as compared to what he would have had to have done on the Medusa in the last game?
It's hard to say because I feel like they should have won the last game, or they had a good chance of being able to.
Sure.
So it's tough to say. Okay. It's a good Morphling game, but I think the Smashers are just the better team, and they're going to be able to set the tempo, set the aggression. And an Ursa, if he's able to get space, he will be able to get on top of Morphling. He will be able to eat him. And, you know, Mitch, like they said on the panel, this isn't a Tidehunter that's going to be able to do the things like S4 did. He's not going to be able to just like defend these towers because he's been to a natural break mechanics versus the Ursa too. So it's going to be harder. And also looking at the starting items, DNZ did not go for Blightstone, and they are not going to be doing, you know, the gush into just harassing the Ursa down. You know, 4 armor hero, this would actually be pretty good versus this Ursa, but yeah, they're not doing it. And he's actually just gushing range creeps. So I think Ace is going to free farm down here.
All right, yeah, I mean, Ace is certainly going to be happy with that sort of play coming out against him in the lane.
I really think they should just be hitting this Ursa. Like, I think this lane's going to get really difficult really fast because of Tofu just being able to poke back. Yeah, just keep gushing him, keep poking him. They didn't go for that Blightstone though, so it's going to be a little bit less efficient, but yeah, they just have to keep hitting the Ursa so that he can't ever make an aggressive play onto Mitch.
We'll see mid. I mean, is this a pretty even matchup, I guess, between the two of them, right? The DK is just unlikely to be burstable.
Yeah, DK should just free farm. The Void Spirit should farm as well. Maybe get an extra couple of denies because the animation on Void Spirit's ridiculous. And top, this is just a push-pull lane, I like to call it. Like with the Nether Toxin, you just spam it under their tower. They try to pull the lane back. Gilgar has to just mess with the pulls nonstop so that they don't get more experience. And you'll be happy as Rasmus whenever you're able to control the wave and do this kind of dance. You know, he's taking the whole wave past his tower, and now he's going to pull it into the creep wave, and they're going to be able to deny a full wave from the Morphling, hopefully, for themselves.
We'll see Tofu being able to interrupt with that scythe portal. Will keep in Ace's farm looking very good. So very little pressure, if any, being done so far. And as you say, what if for Spider Pigs, if with this duo lane down bottom, you're not off to an aggressive start, it's only going to get harder as Ace is going to have potential to punch back. He's going to get shackled, but he has managed to pick up the Ring of Health. He's got a pretty full wand hit, many charges to pop, so he's going to be fine. And with that Ring of Health, he'll be able to stay sustained and in the lane.
Tofu gets a courier, but he'll die for it, tanking all that damage between the two of them there. That was a little weird, but I don't know. I feel like Ace just actually put his Ninja's Prophet in such a bad spot running for that Ring of
for the shop.
It happens.
I mean, you got to get to the shop somehow, right?
But now Ace, you know, he's going to start getting clicked too. You got a shackle available if they want it, and he's not very healthy to walk up now versus this lane. Mitch is not last hitting that well, though. He's only got 10 last hits on the Tide.
They're going to let Ace get the solo XP though, with Tofu walking back to the lane.
That's actually, I just realized he killed the Sprout earlier, so he doesn't have the TP back to the lane. He's actually like a fraction of XP from level 3 to have TP. I mean, that's very rare. You see TPs walking all the way back from an NP.
It's kind of okay though. I mean, you look at that bottom lane. It's not like anything's really been denied away from Ace, so he's been able to get a bit. They do pull over a chunk of the wave to the neutral camp though, so but by this time they're up there. And top lane, they're actually going to be able to get the kill on Little Pleb. Wait, what?
And LeBron.
He was okay.
That was Rasmus alone.
That was him alone.
What?
Wait, what?
Gilgar's not even there.
What?
Wait, what?
What?
Did he just stand in the Nether Toxin?
I guess.
They took 1,000 damage from Nether Toxin.
How does this Viper just solo kill the safe lane? What?
He's not even like that strength morphed down. He was at like 700 HP, so I don't know. Okay.
Well, that shouldn't happen.
And mid.
I see them.
DK almost just kills the Void Spirit.
I'm going to see them try and go in onto Rasmus. This time they'll get revenge. And we'll be able to bring Rasmus down, but Yeah, I don't think Rasmus is going to be too bothered. He's just picked up a solo kill on the two of them.
Yeah, he's probably. I mean, I know the way Rasmus thinks pretty well, and I'm telling you, like, when he gets tipped like that, he's probably like, "You're tipping me. You just got solo killed by a Viper as a Morphling."
That's pretty wild.
Stormer, pre-level 6, getting a little bit of damage on the tower in mid. Noob will be able to push him away for a second here, and Storm's actually effectively won the mid lane pretty decently. I actually thought the Void Spirit would come out just exactly the same, like just dead even, but not gonna be the case. They're gonna send LeBron mid to just start spamming out the wave so that the catapult push with the DK form won't happen. And top, look at Lil Pleb. He's getting ran down. He's looking pretty dead.
That's I mean, that's him out of the lane, and unfortunately the TP will be back available when he's alive. But yeah, these deaths. I mean, Rasmus might not have been getting the best of CS against the Morph, but these kills are so much for this Viper.
Like, it's a Morphling without a Morbid Mask at almost 6 minutes. I feel like lately I've seen the Morbid Mask picked up almost every time at like the 4 minutes. This lane is going pretty atrociously, and Rasmus, he's level 6.5, getting some damage on the tower too, forcing some reaction. So because he's able to force reaction, now we see Stormer mid, he pops the ult. He still has the catapult alive. They weren't able to finish it up on Noob. So now mid tower will start to take some damage as well. And Noob, he will commit for the catapult with an Astral Step.
We're going to get a lot of damage. He's still got another step to get out. And has got a full bottle, so won't be too bothered by that attempt by the Smashers.
And it's only like 400 damage on the tower, so a nice little defense there by Spider Pigs, just with some little power shots, Stroke of Fates, and just that Astral to clear out catapult. Do nicely hold on to their tower. And now top, they're gonna try for Gilgir, but Lil Pleb doesn't actually want to wait for him in. And now where does Mitch go? You know, this Tidehunter, he's level 5. He hasn't had a very good lane at all. So Ace has gotten pretty much everything that he's wanted down here, and now it's a tough lane for Mitch to go back to because of how farmed this Ursa is going to be. With, I believe, does he have his phase boots? He does have the phase boots coming. So for Tidehunter, this lane it's a death lane. If he goes down there, he can't. Like, he needs a +1 to be able to protect him.
Especially with Ace having the 6, like in a couple of creeps time at that stage, you're never going to kill this Ursa. You're not going to be able to beat him away from the lane. And he has a very high chance of killing you.
Yeah, phase boot's done. Yeah, Mitch, he's going to start farming this little side camp here, but he's going to get killed if he just walks in range of Ace. He has to be very cautious.
All right, well, I mean, start stacking your triangle. This bottom lane on this half of the map is just such a dangerous place to be.
Yeah, he actually does not have any stacks. That's a good point. They might have had to stack for him with the Rin Ranger as Ace. Looking to get aggro. Ace not 6 yet.
Oh, he isn't. Got the Sprout to try and hold him back, but Ace, he needs a bit of XP. He's going to jump out. He is speedy and he is away. So he'll be able to live, but definitely a bit of a risky poke there towards the tower whilst he didn't quite have his enrage yet.
Now Rasmus knows, though. Both supports TP bottom. He just immediately starts bullying the Morphling. Lil Pleb TP's mid, but into a DK, and he's just going to... Oh my... Okay, he's alive. Jesus.
Oh, if he dies there, that would have been very rough here for Lil Pleb. He's got to be careful. He's having a bit of a tough one as Smashers are doing a great job of dealing with him, dealing with his courier as well.
Gilgir I'm with these enchants every game. He always snipes so many couriers on this Earthshaker. As mid tower, it's going to go down.
Gotta be careful.
Rasmus is also taking top tower. Spider Pigs, they're bringing the attention bottom to help Mitch, and he's about to have Ravage, but they're losing 2 towers for this.
No, they gotta get to kills. There's a Fisher available. I mean, he's got enough strength to not get gone on. I say that, he's morphed his way pretty low on the strength. Bottom lane, Spider Pigs, they get behind the tower, they'll get the catch on Tofu. Take his courier as well.
Courier. Okay, not bad. Now they gotta get the tower. They have to really persist to kill this one, otherwise it's not a good trade as well. As if they're given 2 towers for this. As Ace runs top, he's gonna be able to farm up there nicely, and all 3 cores on the side of Smashers, free farming.
I mean, they keep eyeing up Lil Pleb in the mid. Gilgir was looking for opportunities, but look, Lil Pleb now playing it smarter. He's not keeping himself under a threshold that a Fisher and a Dragon Tail could take him out.
He's on courier hunt. Look at this. I'm telling you, man. This guy, he always just knows where to snipe couriers with Totem. That increased range just a little bit. And now Rasmus, he runs mid. They see the Morphling. They're just going to keep pressuring Little Pleb.
Yeah, he should be able to build up enough strength there. Now TP's coming in. They'll be able to force a reaction, Smashers.
Smashers have really just they've broken the idea that Spider Pigs wanted to be playing around, where Tidehunter hits 6 and he defends the tier 1s. The tier 1s are gone. So now it's like, where does Mitch really go with his next moments of time in this early game? It just feels like Smashers have just dominated so hard in this early that Ace is just going to be able to back up, resort to jungle, get his Battle Fury online, and it feels like the hand is forced for Spider Pigs to do stuff. The onus is on them to make something happen, as the Morphling isn't going to farm at the same pace as this Ursa.
Oh, not at all.
And they also do have a DK farming.
Oh, and Ace also finds himself the good old possessed mask.
Oh, of course.
So he's constantly going to be kept at pretty much full HP whilst jungling and farming. So it's never going to be an easy hero to try and hunt down and punish.
Rasmus, they can't even punish him. He was completely isolated in enemy jungle. Noob canceled his TP. They couldn't even set up for the Viper kill. Now he's still rotating over, though. Rasmus is pretty far up. He could definitely go down to the 2 of them here.
Noob?
Noob?
Oh.
Okay, that's a bounty.
From the void.
So we see bottom. Have the hood done now, Mitch, so something to save him from this sort of shaker Viper damage. Armlet finished.
Still gonna get broken.
They're trying to smoke here for Rasmus, and they might just find him. Noob.
Nice. There we go.
He's in with the setup. They'll be able to find themselves a core kill. It's Rasmus caught alone, trying to finish off his Atos. He's very close to having the Atos.
He is. I want to keep seeing these combos. You know, the Wind Ranger and the Void Spirit, the Grimstroke and the Void Spirit, they have such good kill combos, and they're not cooldown reliant. They can always just keep running at targets and just at least applying pressure just off the mark for the courier. But I want to see these two just keep looking to make space. Even if they do like die once or twice on the Wind Ranger or Grimstroke, it's worth it. Get Little Pleb the space so that he can just sit and farm. So just keep applying pressure with these 3. Stormer, Armlet done. He's also going for that scaling carry on this DK. And Mitch, he's still showing bottom. Rasmus, he's like, all right, that's enough. You know, Tidehunter's been here for like 3 minutes now. Let's put an end to him. With the break, they should have more than enough.
Yeah, there's no chance for him to get out of here, Mitch. Ace even able to pick up the kill himself. Outspeeding towards that Battle Fury. Have mid. Noob trying to get the jump in onto Tofu. He's able to find it. The setup's there. They execute the combo once again.
The swing over, Rasmus. He's ready to defend the tower. He even sees DNZ for a second, but now they're actually going to make the move on him.
Yeah, they're able to jump over towards the Viper before Rasmus is able to do anything. Backup is here from Ace. Rasmus finally falls, but now they might lose heroes in return. Soulboy locks down the 2 of them. Little Pleb trying to escape. They'll drop the slam, but he's shifting up the strength. Little Pleb's able to make it away.
Oh,
he gets out of there.
He drops the Nether Toxin on himself and then shifts to Morphling. So Echo, it doesn't have Aftershock. He broke the Earthshaker. There's no stun from it. That was a nice little play that are coming out from the Morph.
He's got to be ready for that, Gilga. Especially in those moments where you're committing the Echo purely for that benefit alone.
And I guess there's
the passive.
There is going to be a little bit of potential for Little Pleb to do that whenever he does have Morph, right? He is playing versus DK and Earthshaker, so if he does get the Viper and gets the Nether Toxin off, maybe there could be some ways that they kill this DK a little bit easier.
As you say, you see it here. Poison down, Echo.
Nether Toxin, yeah.
Nothing at all.
Very nice. That's it. The trio is paired up. They're looking for these kills. The Spider Pigs
they're not stopping.
Again.
Another jump, another quick kill. Now they head over towards the DK. Is shackled, but he's still a DK. I don't want to dive in for him any longer than they need to be around this area.
I like that. Like, just keep playing fast though. No Echo Slam available. DK form is down, and you just killed the Viper 2 times in a row now. Rasmus has had his effectiveness completely reduced. Doesn't
and again,
have still, and they're looking for another.
It just doesn't stop.
Very nice.
This Astral Step Inkswell combo has just gone and kill after kill after kill.
Is that what did they pick up actually on Void Spirit? He's actually almost got the Vessel done. So he'll be able to have another way to take down the DK a little bit as well. A little bit of a different item build. I haven't seen a Vessel on Void Spirit in a long time, actually. I've pretty much exclusively seen either Ags or Yules or maybe even sometimes like a Deso, but yeah, not a Vessel in most of the games.
I mean, Stormer. And popping the Dragon form.
The Rasmus again? Okay, he's too far away.
But there is a Ravage. They've got to be careful here on Hellbear Smashers as he steps up. Ravage out to the 2 of them. They're able to burst through Stormer. Rasmus will turn with the backup of Gilga. Fishers out onto Mitch. He will get left behind as the rest of Spider Pigs start to back up. Now Spider Pigs taking down the mid, losing their off lane. Another trade that Spider Pigs are going to be pleased with. Gilga. Gotta be careful.
As
DNZ.
He actually gets hit.
He's got the shackle connection, Noob. He's in, and with the DD still going, is he going to have the damage? He is. With the Vessel down, onto Gilga. Gilga ticks out. Another step's available. And the Dissimulate up to the high ground. Can he actually get out of this, though? He's got enough mana to TP out. And he's out, and he's away before anyone's going to be able to find him in the trees.
Great stuff from Spider Pigs. This Vessel already paying off. Gets him the kill on the DK, gets him an extra kill on the Earthshaker, too. And it was definitely necessary versus that DK, as that was a DK, like he just popped his ult form and died instantly. Some really good aggressive plays coming out from Spider Pigs, and it's all space. Little pleb.
He's catching up.
Back up in this game.
Yeah, he absolutely is. He's right behind Stormer. You know, if you consider the start he had, dying twice in that lane against the Viper, the recovery, it's real, and he's making it happen here, little pleb.
Yeah, and I think for Spider Pigs, keep going. I love the way that they've itemized this sort of the game. The Spirit Vessel on the Void Spirit and this Veil on LeBron. So they have this overwhelming magic damage to deal with these tanky heroes like the Viper, like the DK. It's really paying off for them. And now we see Smashers. They're trying to sneak a rush and
but it's going down very quickly. Can DNZ do anything here? I think if he tries, he might just die for it as the Smashers. They'll get the Roche, they'll get the Aegis picked up by Ace. They do lose Tofu, and over towards the side, Little Pleb, he's chasing in. They've got the Astral Step flow onto the two of them. Storm attends with the Dragon Tail stun, but he's ticking down low. A Fisher from Gilga buys him a bit of safety. He continues to toggle through the Vessel tick charges, but it won't save him as the power shot from DNZ finishes him off. Gilga's into the trees and hiding. See if Spider Pigs can find another hit. They've at least got the creep way pushing
on the courier. If they kill his courier, that'd be even bigger than killing him. Gilga's waiting for it. It's coming.
Surely he's going to keep the courier out of harm's way. He knows that he's dead for sure. He's not going to risk the courier being shown here. He'll get the courier out, but still losing his life as Spider Pigs. They might not have been able to get the Roche, but coming in with some big hits around the pit and able to take another objective and get the money for their big items to start coming out. Mitch now with the Blink Dagger complete for the next fight.
And I'm really loving the fact that they're fighting and they're not worried about, we don't have Ravage or anything like that. They're understanding the power of the Grimstroke, the Wind Ranger, and the Void Spirit to its perfectness. Like, now they have Ravage for the next fight too, and they've done so much damage in these last few moments. This Veil is really doing so much work for them too. Just extra little bit of damage is everything they need. As now it's a Blink 2 on Wind Ranger, so I was worried about what DNZ was going to be able to do in this game. 1-0-11, and now he's got the positioning item to be able to just always control the Ursa, control the DK, get some nice shackle shots off. At the same time as an Earthshaker, he gets that Blink, so some really good stuff coming up for Spider Pigs this game. As Ace is still very farmed. He does have the Blink, he's got that Battlefield, he hasn't quite died yet. But they do have a lot of ways to kite him around in this game.
And I think it's, it was a game where he did get a very good timing on the Battle Fury, but regardless of that, Little Pleb, he's catching up. They get the jump in on the Shaker, mixes in with the follow, Ravage onto the follow-up too. They move straight over with the Soulbind, linking the two together. The double shackle shot, latching both of them over towards the trees. Rasmus will be able to turn, get the Viper strike out, but with the Dissimulate burst, they've got enough to take him down. They turn over towards Storm as well. They get the Dragon Knight on top of it all as Spider Pigs, they are bringing the fights perfectly here in this game. They're even allowing to enable Little Pleb. He swings across. He's pretty much got the money for the Eagle Song. And, of course, that fantastic combo. Any sort of time they're fighting around the tree line, you've got to watch out for the Soulbind Shackle, as it's very likely to lock the two of them down for such a long time.
It's just beautiful stuff. Again, just every single time. Like, Spider Pigs is just constantly looking for these plays, and just Stormer. That's 3 times in a row they've killed him. He is so slowed down now. His BKB is going to be coming out so late in this game that he might just die anyway, even if he does have it. There's so much damage and so much control. If he doesn't get the BKB off pre a CC, he's just dead. We see they're doing like 75% of his HP in just the Inkswell combo. And look, I see LeBron, he's pinging out. He moves the smoke into his inventory. They want to keep going. They don't want to give any downtime.
Oh, Gilga! He's going to look for the jump, and they actually got the damage. He's going to start shifting into strength. He's going to be fine, Little Pleb. In fact, he's good to start turning and fighting. Turns around with the Fisher over towards the Viper Mitch. getting focused by Ace, but Mitch, he's into the trees. The rest of Spider Pigs, they're in. They jump over towards Gilligan. Lil Pleb still alive. Rasmus has dropped the Viper Strike, but it's not enough damage. Lil Pleb turns, gets back in onto Rasmus. Over towards the side, Ace, he's trying to go for DNZ, but with the win run, DNZ's able to buy time, step to the side. Lil Pleb and the gang just chase on towards Tofu as they're going to be able to find themselves a third from this, or maybe not. He's got the invis, they've got a sentry down, Tofu's into the trees. Storm and Ace, they've managed to come back in. There's Lil Pleb, he's going for the TP out. They'll make it away. So, getting 3, only losing the 2. Another fight where Spider Pigs are coming out on top. Noob able to snipe the courier. Didn't have anything more than TPs on.
Oh, what if he dies for it?
He should be fine. He's got Dissimulate and another step in a second. Dropping the Remnant down. Ace won't be able to chase as Noob makes his way to safety.
Sick plays. Man, Void Spirit Grimstroke. I've been seeing it so much more often lately. I just love the way that they're doing it. They're very comfortable with it too. Jumps on Gilgir, the Inkswell's about to pop, and then he quickly Astral Steps and connects onto the other 2 heroes on the south side. I believe it was the DK +1. I think DK plus Nature's Prophet. They're just very comfortable with it and just always looking for the plays. LeBron TP's bottom, refills Noob's bottle so that he can keep his impact on the map and just keep applying this pressure. And now they do have Ravage, so they're constantly being able to take these fights even when they don't have Ravage, which is a great sign for them. Ace still at the top, though.
Well, these fights are still going to be very scary for him, though, before he has that BKB. As you say, that sort of setup disable onto anyone, especially with this E-Blade pretty much being done on Lil Pleb, it means that they will have the burst smashes to very likely take down 1 or 2 heroes at the beginning of the fight, especially so if they're able to set it up with the Soulbind.
Yeah, absolutely. There's just so much burst damage that's really coming out. And yeah, E-Blade is done. And then I'm wondering what the next item is going to be for Pleb. He's got options this game because he's playing versus an Earthshaker. Sure, it's gotten nerfed. And on that Aghanim, it's gotten addressed in some ways, but it still is very threatening.
I mean, he could either do that or even sort of just getting some sort of little standard, just morph any game items, right? Like Skadi is going to be very effective against heroes like the DK.
Yeah, I actually like the Scotty quite a bit too. He's actually got Lincoln's queued up, I guess, just for that instant DK stun that could trip him up. But
okay. You think he could play without it?
Okay.
Or
just the item overall isn't the best, but there actually isn't too many target things. The only thing I'm worried about is if they Nature's Prophet ult to break the Lincolns, and then DK just blink stuns him in most fights. So that can just really remove like 5,000 effective gold from it. So I think the Scotty is just a better option. But we'll see, as doesn't matter. They're looking for plays. E-Blade is done. Nether Shawl, of course, on the Morphling too. So heroes are going to get one shot in a stun combo.
Yeah, passing over the Nether Shawl to him certainly checks out. I mean, they get a jump. They're getting kills here. Smashers have got to keep themselves well away. They do hit the smoke move with the scan. And they've got the BKB done on Stormer. So if they're quick with the reactions, they'll be able to save themselves. And they won't be caught off by this move.
Initiation is still going to be so much in these fights, as that's where we've seen the power of Tidehunter so many times in this EU bracket. I've actually seen Tide, like most of the games, it's just been, you know, these Ravages just always seem to connect perfectly. It's just too hard to bring him down, even if he's into break mechanics. So we have to see if Hellbear Smashers will be prepared. As this is not the position of the game they want to be in at all. You know, playing versus the Morphling, they wanted to be the ones really leading the charge, just having a lead throughout the game, just having a nice gold lead, having good map control. But this has not been the case this game. They've had Ace all the way at the top, but Rasmus, as well as Stormstormer, they've been really shut down. Spider Pigs have addressed them very nicely this game. I'm always going to say Misery. I call him Rasmus in person. But
I mean, that's the thing you're used to calling him Rasmus in life, yeah.
I know. It's just like, it feels weird calling it in game. Like, oh well. Is that a BKB now? So Ace, he's got his timing. So he's got BKB. He's going to have a lot easier ways to get into the back lines. I want him to go for LeBron as Ace, like almost every time. Just get this Grimstroke out of the picture, because LeBron is doing so much work. He's 4, 2, and 13, 17 of the 19 kills, and we've seen how much impact the Inkswells, the Soulbinds have really done this game. So yeah, get on to the back line for the Ursa.
I mean, and as you say, you know, earlier you were saying that you like to see Spider Pigs continuing to run at them, bring the fight. I mean, is that because you do feel that as this game goes on, Hellbear Smashers are going to have the the easier route to play it out in the later stages?
I just think the Smashers overall is a little bit of the better team.
Sure.
So I want Spider Pigs to just be tripping them up all the time. And also the lanes didn't go, I think, that the way that they probably wanted them to entirely. Like Ursa got so much out of the lane. So I just wanted them to be just making these aggressive moves because they can. They can take advantage of the Viper being out of position. And they have. They've done great stuff with this. Ace, he's waiting for the back line. He'll find LeBron.
Straight away. Echo down onto the two of them. They're able to take down LeBron. He's going to come in with a buyback. Mitch dropping the Ravage over to the side. It clips Gilga as it will bring one down, but the rest of the four of the side of Hellbear Smashers, they're good to keep fighting as they move straight over back on towards the Tide. Mitch goes down. Lil Pep dropping the E-Blade combo onto the DK, but it isn't enough to threaten Storm Stormer. Storm Stormer, he's still good to go. Now hold up for the start for now.
Right? I think Mitch got bounced on by Tofu's Wrath of Nature and canceled his blink. Because that was a really weird positioning for that Ravage. I think if he got the blink off, that was a 3 or 4 man Ravage. But yeah, very certain that Nature's Prophet ult did cancel it. And now Roche spawns. And the Ravage is on cooldown, so Ace, he feels good going into this one.
I mean, surely
but it's gotta get checked out.
Yeah, Spider Pigs are still gonna want to try and do something about this day.
Yeah. I mean, Noob has an axe, so whenever these BKBs do get put on cooldown, he has such a stronger potential in the fights. They still have the DK BKB, but Ursa's is down, so Ace, he has to be very careful of Noob's positioning until his is back up. Gilger. Ooh.
A little risky there, but gets away with it.
Rasmus is asking for his team to come top because they have the wards right now on the Morphling, so they will see that Little Pleb is going to farm, but yeah, they're not going to make it in time to set up for him, and Rasmus will just poke him and harass.
And the BKBs will be good to go if they do want to try and commit for Roche. Still 50 seconds, no Ravage.
Spider Pigs is under quite a bit of vision here. They haven't taken out either of these two wards. Now they're going to get one. Okay, let's see if that sentry does catch it. LeBron will see it in a second, or will he? He didn't see it. Now he will, but he's under vision, and he's dead.
All right, well, that ward certainly worked out nicely.
Nice and sneaky. And now Grimstroke's dead for 70 seconds.
That's a Roche.
It's going to be really hard for them to fight. That's a Roche.
That's a Roche for sure. Mitch is not around either. Ravage not quite back for 15 seconds, so Smashers, unless there's going to be a snipe here from Noob, he might try for this. He's going to jump in, but immediately stunned. They get the stun off immediately.
And he's dead.
And he's gone. How did they... Who caught him? I don't know quite which one found him first, but as soon as he was in... Did they have vision before he jumped in?
I think so. I think they actually caught a glimpse of him for a second.
That was instantly done there. Yeah, they must have had the vision for the precast.
Yeah. Vision wins games, right? They just ruined Spider Pigs just because of that in these last two situations. And now Ace, he's up to the next item. He just finished the BKB. Now he's got the Basher too. So yeah, let's see.
It was instant.
It was instant.
How did he see it? I don't know. Maybe it was just that prepared. Maybe it was sort of spam click. Like, you know, he knew that the jump was going to come. Am I being blind here? How does he know this is coming?
I think that top ward does. I think that ward gets vision of him, right? The ward on the
right. The one that got LeBron killed. I bet you're right.
The one that got LeBron killed.
I bet you're right. The one that got LeBron killed. Oh no, that doesn't actually.
It doesn't.
No. His spidey senses were tingling.
Maybe because the Aether Rim did and everything and jumped in and they just expected it. Yeah, they were just quick with it. Yeah.
It was very quick. Very impressive
quick
stuff.
Quick fingers either way.
Yeah.
Yep. And they knew the angle of approach was coming anyway because of that vision. And now DNZ, he's also spotted up top and he's dead as well. And we're seeing Spider Pigs really start to crumble. And that's why I was saying I want to see them getting these kills because Hellbear Smashers have shown execution just a little bit better overall than Spider Pigs in these games. That's Ace. 7-0-3. Basher's done. Now he's got a way to stick on the Morphling, so it's a little bit harder for Little Pleb.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Another tower as Smashers ready to bring this push right up to the high ground. He's into the combo of Spider Pigs, but with the cheese, the Aegis, Smashers are going to be feeling pretty strong walking into this one head first. As
Moves in.
he's got the setup. He's going to try and go in for the Ursa. Straight back out with the Astral Step.
That was... He Astral Stepped while the stun was being casted, so the projectile of Dragon Tail chased him. That was interesting. Low pleb. He's TPing out. Do they have the stun for him in time? They don't. Nice hold. We see the line drawn immediately by Spider Pigs. They saw some heroes setting up bottom, looking to try to swing down very quickly here as they do have Ravage. Looking to catch them off guard. They do have vision too. They still have this ward. They see Stormstormer. And now they're going to see Gilgar as well too. This could be a pretty good catch for them if they get into the back line. Smasher's also smoking up.
Oh, and they're going to be able to get a kill to start things. They're going to try and jump on Stormstormer, but the BKB's already out. Turns with the Dragon Tail stun onto Mitch. As DNZ, he's getting taken out here by Rasmus and Gilgar. They've lost the two supports. The Soulbind was out, but now Mitch, he's got to run, and he's not going to be able to do so as Smashers lock him down. Well, they look for a fight there, Spider Pigs, but at this stage, Smashers just a little too prepared. It's never going to be easy trying to move out and fight into this Aegis and Cheese, and with all the BKBs that Smashers cores have, we see that in action right there.
They have to get the instant explosion. Before the BKB goes out, they have to commit like everything onto him. But as soon as it does happen, the fight's over. And Ace, he's doing an excellent job in these fights. He jumps right onto LeBron. The second he gets like a glimpse of this poor Grimstroke, he jumps into the back lines, and Nature's Prophet ult bounce through and cleans them up. Some great fights coming out from Smashers and just very prepared for that movement. That was the biggest thing. They all were there so quick as 5. There's now an Abyssal also for the Ursa. Ace just pumping out the items.
He's huge. And gap just growing between him and Little Pleb.
Little Pleb's going for an S and Y this game. And a Lincoln's. So
I would have thought he would have gone the Skadi.
I really thought he was going to go Scotty versus DK, you know, just to prevent heals and just the slows versus BKBs, but...
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
No, I guess, yeah, with the S and Y, it has it a little quicker. So he's going to have something for the next fight.
I guess so. I guess that's the thing, is that he just wanted to get it quick, and it is, you know, Earthshaker's annoying. You know, the constant stuns will be obnoxious. As Tofu, not going to get away from this one.
All right, they get themselves something here, Spider Pigs.
I feel like for the Morphling, like this is just like his scaling is just stopped. Like the Lincolns and the S and Y, I feel like he's just a walking E-Blade in a lot of these fights still now. I feel like his right clicks aren't going to be very threatening versus most of these heroes, because it's not like that big oomph of damage.
As a diving dragon.
Sure, I mean, maybe the idea is, as you say, you know, it is helping with the survivability. So he's like, well, as long as I can stay alive myself, I'll be able to hold off the game so that I do have those aggressive items on top of it. So definitely playing at the moment, Little Pleb, for the game to go on for another 15 to 20 minutes. But the jump's there already. Instantly in, onto the Void Spirit. He's gone. Noob goes down. Now they turn over towards Mitch. There'll be a buyback for Noob. Ace continue to try and commit. The ult comes out, but the enrage was already there. Mitch, he steps straight into the poison of Rasmus as Mitch. He's going to fall. Gilgar's never going to jump on the backlines. Down onto the three of them. I mean, this fight's just falling apart for Spider Pigs. They just can't get anything going right now against Hellbear Smashers. They're too far behind. As even with this buyback, can Noob do anything to turn this one around? They've locked down the Morphling. It's a triple kill for Rasmus, as they're just dying one by one. Noob, he brought back for this. He's going to have a jump in a second. See if he's able to make it away. He's up. Ace. Oh, he's on the cliff. He's able to jump straight back down. The bash is there. It's a dieback from Noob. 5 dead on Spider Pigs. 16k lead. This game, it was already looking very difficult for Spider Pigs. It's now starting to verge on impossible.
Yeah, just super impossible. Ace, he hasn't died. 9-0-7 on the Ursa this game, able to always hold his ground. Team comes in, backs him up again. And Noob, he dies too quick. He just gets chain stunned, and then he buys back, and by the time he makes it back to the fight, his whole team is dead. He can't actually help out as they get cleared out and just really getting out executed by Smashers in a lot of these fights now.
That's at least one set of racks. See how much more they can get.
They're pushing all 3 sides. Ace, he's even just diving to the base. He finds LeBron again.
And they just don't have any way of starting anything on to Smashers. They're still so strong. 20k lead now. as any time they step forward, they'll just get collapsed on and killed off. DNZ also falling. So taking the racks. Rasmus, he's ready to TP up top and have another go on Mitch. The poison's out, the break as well. They hold him in it with the stuns, the E-play. That's not going to help at all. As Mitch will buy back, but the base getting destroyed straight in front of them.
They have to just watch. They have to watch themselves get mega creeps. They can't commit with just 2 heroes. Void Spirit's going to respawn, Grimstroke too, but damage is done. Mega creeps are now out.
Another attempt here from Little Pleb. They make the jump onto Rasmus. As Storm, he's going to be in with a counterplay. Commits in with the BKB. Astral step over onto the 2 of them. Rasmus is getting beat down by this Morphling as Little Pleb will be able to find the Viper. It's something, but nowhere near enough as the mega creeps are out. Jump forward from DNZ, he's able to find the Shackle Ace. He is moving it straight away onto Little Pleb. The Ravage comes out from Mitch, locking down Tofu and Gilga. Now focus Tofu, but Stormstormer jumps back across with the Dragon Tail stun onto DNZ. DNZ goes down. Noob committing with the Astral Step, looking for Gilga.
GG.
As it's over. It is, there's no coming back in onto this one. As Hellbear smashes, they do it. They do it here, 2-0. They get that all-important